I had my mic off. I was doing a check. So, we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of go through this some more, and I'm going to so basically there's a new one, and that's kind of more of an example, like has more examples to it. But there's also this one. Oops. There's also this one, which kind of just shows you the raw concepts, and I think probably gonna just use this one, and eventually go back to that one. So let's just start. If we remember, I covered H1, open free code cam, First, let's start by building a simple web page using HTML. You can edit the code, Do you see the code in your code editor that says H1? Yep, we see that right there. Most HTML has an opening and closing tag. Opening tag looks like this. Yep, that's the opening tag. That's the closing tag. And, if you remember what H1 is, it makes a header like this. So just know how this thing works is this code creates this. The only difference between opening and closing tags is a / after the opening tag. Yep, so this is a closing tag, that little thing right there. Looks like. To pass the test to this challenge, change your H1 elements text to hello world. Alright, so all we have to do is change the text that's in it to hello world. Let's do that. Hold on. Right here. And now we have it. So that should pass the test. Alright, 4% complete. I'm looking to do 30 on these. Headline with an H2 element. Over the next few lessons, we'll be building an HTML5 cat photo app. The H2 element will be adding in the step, we'll add a level 2 heading and web page. So remember what this means. Let's actually do it. I'm going to change it back. But I guess it already did it before. I don't know why that worked actually. But H2 is a little smaller than H1. H2 is a little smaller than H1. H3 is a little smaller than H2. H4 is a little smaller. I wonder how small it goes actually. I guess at some point it just turns into text. Plus H1. Add an H2 tag that says cat photo app to create a second HTML element below the hello world H1 element. Okay, let's do that. Let's even write it from scratch. So it's going to be in between here. Let's just use the text just to make sure it's completely exactly what they are telling us to do. Alright, well there you go. I believe that follows the instructions. Alright, now we're 7% done. Inform with the paragraph element. The P element is a Preferred element for paragraph text and websites. P is short for paragraph. Yep, we learned about that. You can create a paragraph element like this. Create a P element below your H2 element and give it the text hello paragraph. So let's just do it. We're going to use a text right here. And that should have sufficed. So note, as convention, all HTML tags are written in lowercase. For example, P and not P. Okay, let's see. Let's use capital. Well, because it's just text, it wouldn't make a difference. But I wonder if this needs to be H2. Yeah, I don't notice really a convention difference, but I guess as good practice, you won't have it in lowercase. Oh, okay. So we need to use the text. We use the correct text. All right. Someday. But yeah. Fill in the blank with placeholder text. Web developers traditionally use. I'm having trouble pronouncing this word. Lorem ipsum text. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what that stands for. That means as placeholder text. Lorem input text is ipsum text is randomly scrapped from a famous passage by Cicero of ancient Rome. Lorem ipsum, alright. So replace the text inside your P element with the first words of this. Okay. So we just replace. I think it's just asking to replace this with this. Should be simple. Alright. That was all we need to do. Yep, we learned about comments in the last tutorial. Commenting is a way that you can leave comments for other developers within your code without affecting the resulting output that is displayed by the user. So these are programming notes. So basically, you can type in anything as long as you type it like this, and it will not affect the code. So again, the purpose of the comments is to make it so that you can, so that the programmer understands, but also the user, the programmer understands. That's really what it is. It's kind of making it readable code. So the programmer understands, what you're working with. Yep, so right now, this entire code doesn't work. But as soon as we take this off, whoops. I think I just exited the entire thing. Hold on. Yeah, I did. But as soon as we take this off, we get the code to execute. So it should work. Alright. We're now 18% complete. If anyone wants to follow along, it's a great website. I'm just learning from it. By no means do I have anything to do with the website, but it's called freecodecamp.org. I just kind of want to, it's a good resource. That's kind of what I'm using. But let's see what this is asking. Remember that in order to start a comment, you need to use that, and to end it, you need to use that. Here, you'll need to end the comment before your P2 element begins. Comment out your H1 element and your P element. So comment out your H1 element and your P element, but not your H2 element. Well, okay. So let's do this. Well, we have an opening one here, so that means that all of this is going to be in there. So all we got to do, so basically the comment is between this and this, right? So let's cut this because we're commenting out H1. That'll comment out H1, and we'll need a new. Actually, hold on. I just want to make sure that's what they're asking. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. And comment out also the P element. Alright. That should be what it asked for. And it is. Pass the test. Now it says delete HTML elements. Our phone doesn't have much vertical space. Let's remove the unnecessary elements so we can start building our app. Delete your H1 elements so we can simplify our view. Alright. Guess we did that. Alright, we just did that. Now, introduction to HTML5 elements. HTML5 introduces more descriptive HTML tags. Yeah, we kind of dipped into this last time. These crazy new elements. These tags give a descriptive structure to your HTML and make your HTML easier to read and help with search engine optimization, SEO, and accessibility. The main HTML5 helps search engines and other developers find their main content of the page. Example usage: a main element with two child elements nested in it. Alright. So this is a HTML5 code with that main tag. Many of the new HTML5 tags and their benefits are covered in the applied accessibility section. I guess we'll cover that later. Create a second P element. Create a second P element with the following text. And okay, well, let's do that first. And then create a main element and nest only the two P elements inside the main element. Okay, so I know that it's going to start here because it's saying both of them. And that's going to be one I'm going to create. So let's copy it. Okay, it's like, oh yeah, we've got the closing one. We've got the closing one. Alright, so it should work. Has the H2 element right there, the main element, the P elements inside of it. Should work, and it did. 29%. My goal is to cover 30 of these tutorials, kind of each stream. I just want to check on that. Covered, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so we're about a third of the way there. Add images to your website. You can add images to your website by using the image element and point to a specific image's URL using the source. Yep, we learned about the image feature. Note that image elements are self-closing. All image elements must have an alt attribute. The text inside an alt attribute is used for screen readers to improve accessibility and is displayed if the image fails to load. If the image is purely decorative, using an empty alt attribute is the best practice. Okay. Ideally, the alt attribute. Yeah. So basically, what the alt attribute usually is whatever. If the image doesn't show up, the text will. Let's find out what it's asking. Let's add an alt attribute to our image example above. Oh, so it's asking us to add an alt. Okay. Let's try to add an image to our website with the existing main element. Insert the image element before the existing P elements. Alright, so it's going to be just right here. I guess I just copy this. It already did it for me. Finally, don't forget to give your image element an alt attribute with applicable text. I don't know if I'm missing something here. Is that really what it asked me to do? Your image should have a source attribute that points to the kitten image. Well, that's the website they gave me, though. Oh, okay. So actually the source is right here. It's right here, actually. So let's change this. Alright. Just set it out, it worked. You can use anchor elements to link to content outside of the web page. A elements need a destination web address called an href attribute. They also need anchor text. Here's an example. Yep. So these are for links. These are called anchor texts. So basically, it's like if you know, actually, I'll show you when we do it. What's it asking me to do? Create an A element that links to that and has cat photos as the anchor text. Okay. But where do they want it? just create one. Or else type it in. A ref. And the text they wanted was cat photos. So that should be the link to the text, but I'm not sure where they were asking me to put it, but this would basically go to that page by clicking on it. So that's how you create a link. You have the anchor element and href, the link, and then whatever you want to use in between the tags as a text. Now I don't exactly know where they wanted me to put it, but yeah, that was enough. That's not really a good place to put it though. Submit and go to the next challenge. Link to internal sections of a page with anchor elements. Alright, so I think what this is going to be about is there are certain links that you can click where it won't go to a website, but it'll go to different parts of the website. So anchor elements, can be used to create external links to jump to different sections of the web page. To create an internal link, you assign the link's href attribute to a hash symbol plus the value of the ID attribute for the element that you want to internally link to. Usually further down the page, you'll need to add the same ID attribute to the element you're linking to. An ID is an attribute that uniquely describes the element. Okay. Below is an example of an internal anchor link and its target element. Yeah, so basically instead of linking to a website, it has this pound sign and then will be the ID. So then every time they click on this, it won't go to a link, it'll go to this element. When users click on the contacts link, they'll be taken to the section of the web page with the contacts heading element. Change your external link to an internal link by changing the href attribute to footer and the text from cat photos and jump to bottom. Alright. So it won't be this website, it'll be footer. And the text from cat photos to jump to the bottom. Move the target blank attribute from the anchor since this causes a linked document to open in a new window tab. Then add an ID attribute with the value of footer to the footer. Yep, so have this, and we have this. I'm going to remove this, and it should work. So if we click on this, it'll go to where the footer is. So it's not going to a link, it's going to a different part of the website, because, it's, uses hashtag, and then it goes to the section, this ID. So basically, it links, if it doesn't have the hashtag, it doesn't have the pound sign, it'll link to a website. If it does have the hashtag, it's going to link to part of the website itself. Let's see if we checked out. The A text should be... Oh, we actually had to make the text jump to bottom. So let's just do that. Okay. Alright, so we got that done. Let's see how far we are so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Well, actually, are there even 30 here? Hold on, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, there actually aren't even 30 here, so I guess we'll just go to the end. So nest an anchor element within a paragraph. You can nest links within other text elements. So you can, alright, let's break down the example. Normal text is wrapped in the P element. Alright, so they're just referring to this. Next is the anchor element, which requires a closing tag. Yeah. Target is an anchor tag attribute that specifies where to open the link. The value dash blank, so that's this. I'm gonna find out what this means. Specifies to open the link in a new tab. The href is an anchor tag attribute that contains the URL address of the link. So, yeah, if I'm correct, this will actually make it so it'll open it in another tab. So maybe you didn't realize it said the website could do that, but it actually can. You can open it in a new tab. Pretty sure if we... Actually, hold on. Target is an anchor tag. Yeah. The text linked to freecodecamp.org within the A element is called anchor text, and we'll display the link like this. Now the existing A element within the new P element, do not create a new anchor tag. The new paragraph should have text that says view more cat photos, or cat photos is a link. And the rest is plain. Okay, let's figure this out. Nest the existing A element within the new. So the existing A element. This is the existing A element within a new P element. Alright, that's done. Now create a new anchor tag. The new paragraph should have the text that says "View more cat photos." For cat photos is a link, and the rest is plain. I think that's what it wants me to do. I just don't want to close out the website, but yeah. Actually, one moment, I have to check something. Yeah, it works. Alright. The new paragraph should have text that says "View more cat photos." Let's okay, your A element should not have the text "View more." Oh, okay. Okay, so it's supposed to be this text. This text. And that should be it. Your element should have the anchor tag, anchor text of cat photos. Your element should have the anchor tag of cat photos. Your P element should have the text "View more." Yeah, hold on. Wants me to not sure what it wants me to do. Text link to freecodecamp.org within the A element is called anchor text, and we'll display the link to click. Now the existing A element within a new P element